Okay, today we're going to be working on lacrosse. And lacrosse is a great game, and what you need to be able to do within the game is know how to hold the stick. And we're going to show you that in a couple minutes, which is going to be most important, of course, because that's where you pretty much get everything you've done, done for yourself in the sport itself. And you have to make sure that you do things properly with proper technique. But right now we're just going to go through a warm-up. And the warm-up phase of things is just going to get us loose movement. There's a lot of maneuvering, backwards and forwards, side-to-side cuts, backwards movement in lacrosse. So we just want to basically show some of those, and then we'll go from there. Okay? So now, as you're going through, make sure you're going with the movement. Okay? The head netting always toward your direction. Okay? Now, when I go to the next part over here, it's a lot of quick dodges and out. Out dodge here, out dodge here, out dodge here. Okay, and the reason why I'm moving like that is because it's going to give me opportunity sometime to try to fake out my opponent, who's going to be key. So if I move out in here, and I can able to move out here real quick, I can jump back, and move myself through here. Also works on my calf explosive movement, and also my quick ability and agility that I have to be able to really get myself with a good quickness to either get a pass or get a shot, or to make myself available on defensive mode. Okay, now we'll move into this part. Now watch what I do in this. I'm going to be moving into here, straight ahead on it, then I'll put my back on the next couple. So watch what I do. I move straight in, backwards here, so you see me moving and moving my stick toward that area the whole time. So we're going to do it just one more time so you can see it again. So when I start out straight on, you watch how I turn away from my opponent. I turn away, so this way they can't get to the ball, okay? I'm holding them off the ball, and we're able to move. Now, we'll repeat that 2 more times, and then you'll have an opportunity to have that good warm-up. Okay, so now in the warm-up part of things, it wasn't really important to show you the proper stick handling. Now it is, okay? In this part of things, I want to make sure you understand the basics of the stick. So when we're holding the stick, we don't want to hold it like this, like a baseball bat. We don't want to hold it down in here like we're trying to play hockey, okay? And we don't want to, run around with one hand like we're, in a torch, okay? We want to make sure we have an opportunity to always control our stick and our head netting, okay? So every time when I'm able to move with this, I want to be able to keep a ball in here safe and secure. So if I keep my bracket down here a little bit more, my stick, then it'll easily be able to fall out, okay? If I all of a sudden turn in here, it's gonna fall out. So what we do is we try to keep a little bit of a motion in here. As we're starting to move, you'll see when I do some things in a second, that we try to keep it in here, and I keep it up, look at this angle right now. I keep it up around this angle here, not straight ahead because again, it'll fall out. Not too much down here because it'll fall out. It's gotta be kind of a little bit of a happy medium. So, in order to understand what you're doing on this part, depending on how tall you are, I'm a tall person, my head should be right exactly where the netting is. It shouldn't be up high here. It shouldn't be down here. It should be right around here as much as possible, okay? Gives me better focus to be able to see. When I was just moving right now, I could see that ball. If it's up here, I can't see that ball unless I look. But when I do, that's gonna take me off my game. So the main thing I wanna be able to make sure I can do is always stay in control of my stick. So if I'm going this direction, I want to make sure the head's heading that direction. If I'm going this direction, now I slide my stick this way now, and I come back this direction, okay? So when I'm going through, but when you're younger, it's okay to be able to just have your stick go this direction, because this way it's able to get yourself a little bit more control. And we're going to show that in a second here. Okay, so now one of the main basics in lacrosse, the ball hits the ground a lot, especially when you're younger. So the key is going to be now knowing how to get under in what we call ball scoop. So you don't want to come under here and get under here in this way, because then it's not going to be able to have an opportunity to go anywhere. You want to make sure you have an opportunity for that. So if I was running there and then all of a sudden I saw a ball, I want to make sure I can get underneath, okay? Now when I get underneath this time, I get under, scoop, just like I did, and go. So I want you to watch again. I'll push it a little bit just so I have to kind of chase it. So here it is. I push it right there, I scoop, and I keep it inside my area. Now when I keep it inside the netting, it's going to be important to make sure, like I said before, keep it a little bit more up, head high, at an angle, not straight down here, not straight up here. So again, I'm going to run in. This time I'll do it real fast so you can see a little bit more. The key is going to be make sure you can kind of what we call just get a slight jam underneath the ball. So it's right here. You just get a slight jam like I did, and you're up and ready to go, okay? Now, when you guys are moving as young people, you can move like this. It's okay. Only fear I have on that part of things is somebody can come up with their stick and easily able to knock it out of your netting, okay? So that's why I like you to be able to always constantly keep it moving toward your direction where you're going, okay? Because this way, it makes it harder for them to take a swipe and try to hit it away. So we'll watch again one more time. Okay, so I see my thing again, I'm going for the ball, I see it on the ground, I go to a scoop, and I'm able to get to it, okay? And I'm able to get myself in a position now to where I can go and focus and either try to find a pass, which we're gonna work on a little bit later, the underhand and also a little bit overhand. And I can also have an opportunity just to kind of get a quick movement to be able to either get a shot on goal, if I'm close enough, or to pass it to one of my teammates to be able to have a shot on goal, okay? Okay, so we did the ball scoops. We had the opportunity to pick it off the ground. Now we're gonna get on the bounce. So, ball comes from one of my teammates there. I look for it on the bounce. I gotta get a better bounce. And once I get that bounce, I'm able to get it in my netting now and go with it and start going for that. But to make sure, you have to make sure you aim on. I'll find it, bring my net up here. You didn't see me keep my netting in here because it could have fell out easy. As soon as I have the opportunity to grab it, capture it, I want to be able to get it, have it, and then be able to play it to either a pass or a throw, okay? So when I'm putting it up here, I'm looking again, finding it, and then be able to get myself a situation on the ball. So again, track it down, aim, put your thing on it, okay? So when you put that part in there, the netting on the ball, you have to make sure you get a good aim. So watch one more time. I get a good aim, and I'm able to start maneuvering and going downfield. Okay, now we're picking it out of the air. So it's the same thing, same concept as the bounce, but now it's in the air. So if my teammate throws it over to me, scoops it over to me with a scoop toss, okay, or overhand toss to me, I have to be able to make sure I can maintain it and catch it. So I got to be able to find it first. Uh-oh, I missed. Why? Because I kept it down here. Now I won't miss this time. I keep it in here, I keep it nice and focused, and now I play. The thing you want to kind of make sure as young people is try to not come in, okay, with two hands too much to try to make the catch, okay, because it's going to be a little hard for you to get your balance and focus. So try to keep yourself a little bit more like this. So you see the ball, okay, I'll get my bounce again. I'm going to get it on the air this time. So I see it, focus, make my catch, and I'm able to maneuver away. So watch me again. I'm going to go ahead and get a ball. So I'm looking, finding, and then there it is, okay?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. And we'll have to move back sometime but to be able to get to it. We're going to do it again. So there it is, focus, and you make your catch. Now, as soon as I made that catch, I want to immediately turn my lip toward me so that way it stays in, okay? So I'm able to throw it back and able to play it to my teammate and be able to go downfield and play. So now we look again. And we look, whoop, we'll try it again. And we look, and we find it, and we're able to play and get ourselves downfield again. See, I looked for that ball coming out of the air, and you have to find it on the different respects. So if it had been real high, I would have had to play my stick up here. If it had been down here real low, I play the stick down here, but then I turn it real quick. No matter how you're playing it, you have to make sure you turn it as fast as you can so it doesn't fall out of your netting, okay? Because I went and made that effort from that nice throw from my teammate. I have to make sure I can make that catch, okay? Watch maybe one more. So again, watch my positioning and how I'm on this. I look, yeah, come here. Up, we'll try it again. So we're gonna watch again. So again, you're finding a little ball and you have to try to find it, good, turn downfield, and be able to make your move so you can get your toss on correctly, okay? Watch again. So we'll find it, and we got it again. I'm able to take it and be able to move it downfield. Okay. Now we're going to be working on the basics of two different kind of tosses we can do to each other. So if I'm tossing to a teammate, I can do what we call scoop toss, okay? Or if they're close enough to me right there, I can also feel confident and throw them one overhand. But you got to watch out when you do the overhand because it tends to dive to the ground for younger people. because you don't have the control to throw it up higher a little bit more, and also the confidence to be able to make the catch. So we want to make it as confident as possible. So if I see a ball coming toward me, now I want to get to it, okay? Now when I get to it, I move over and I see, oh, there's a teammate open over there. I can scoop it, toss it just like I did like that, okay? Nice and easy. Now I can run back over here, look for another pass from my teammate. And so when I see it coming, okay, I can get it again. I can look, I can move again. Oh, you're open over there, Ken. And I can toss the ball over there, okay? The main thing is I want to make sure I don't over toss it to him, okay, or my teammate, or I don't under toss it, okay? You want to make sure that when you're doing it, you kind of follow through. Watch me with my follow through again. So I'm looking, finding, okay, I get it. Now when I'm moving this time, I'm able to look, watch my plant foot, and it's able to toss. I don't just get the thing and toss it, okay? Because then there's no aim, no direction, and no opportunity for a good toss. Now if I can get there, get a straight opportunity with a toss, then I'm in more control of my game. Okay, so we'll watch one more time. It'll come on a bounce this time. So it's on a bounce, I discover it, okay, good. I find it, yeah, got you open. Toss, nice and simple. You see how I didn't put a lot of hard effort into the ball? Just enough follow through to get to my teammate. Okay, so this time I'm gonna find the ball wherever it comes again this time, get it, and I'll show you the different variation. So if somebody was in my face right there and I couldn't get the low part on there to be able to get a low scoop, I can raise it back up high here, keeping it inside my netting, and give a good toss to my teammate. Like I said on that, you have to be a little careful, because if you play the ball overhand and play it down, you can see right now where that ball could go right now, down to the ground, and of course we lose possession of the ball. I want to be able to make sure we can get a better opportunity of the ball, so when I do play it, I'm going to play it a little bit higher up here, so this way it has a tendency to go over there. Now again, it's going to be a little bit of stick motion, a little bit of everything of your follow through. So we're going to show you right here as we see it coming, okay? So as I see it, I discover it, okay? I get to the ball, I find it, see my teammate over there, and look, I throw it up high, so it does have that opportunity to get to their netting, okay? I didn't throw it too low. Now watch my follow through again. I'll find it, discover it, okay? And then when I get it in, I'm able to play it, look around. Oh, I got my teammate open. Now watch, my hand doesn't go down here like I'm playing baseball. It stays up here so I can control the head and the toss, okay? So nice and easy to where I want it to go. So the main key for me is making sure I have the good follow through. I don't want to be here and all of a sudden just kind of throw something side if it end up going that way. When I get a little bit older, sure I can throw it sidearm, but I want to make sure my accuracy is a lot better at that time. Right now, we're just concentrating on you getting an easy toss of about maybe 10, 15 yards. A scoop one is for very, very close. When we're doing a little bit further distance, I want to go overhand. So here we go again. So I'm looking, finding. Okay, I discover, find, over top. There's my person I'm tossing to, and you see how my motion is right there. I want you to take a look at my hands on the stick. I'm low here, low here. Okay, I didn't hold high here. If I hold high here, I can't get anything on the flexation to the stick. So I want to make sure I'm getting here to get a little bit more flexible opportunity. So here we go, one more time. Probably one of the most critical, I'm sorry, go. One of the most critical is finding the ball first. Once you have the ball, you're able to look, and again, watch me. I'm about midway through my stick, not up high on the head. So I'm here, follow through, and I'm able to toss it on to my teammate. Now, we all love to do opportunity to shoot, okay? That's where we all try to get into our phase. We love to shoot on this goal behind me. So it's gonna be critical, again, that you have to get that opportunity for follow through. So I'm gonna show you with my back to the goal, okay, how to go. You saw me earlier in the warm-up, moving backwards to be able to go, maneuver, get myself straight. Once I know I'm in a straightaway, I want to make sure I can get there, follow through again, and be able to get that shot. Now on these, you might want to go pretty good and low on these, because sometimes the goalkeeper has a lot of padding and can stand there and be able to block. Now for the younger people, you're just going to have a goal there. You want to make sure it gets in. I put it with as much good little force and opportunity as I can to get in that goal. So watch me on a couple little plays here. Okay, so as I see a ball, okay, I got one in, turn in, fake one way, look over here, follow through, and get my shot on goal. You saw that right there. I was able to take my side, left side, plant on, and get my shot. Again, where was my hand holding? About mid-height on the stick. Okay, I don't want it to go all the way up high here because I don't get much on my flexibility on the stick. I want to make sure when I follow through, I've got control of the stick. You saw that was perfectly into the goal. So we'll do it again. So as I see the ball coming here, I'm going to go find it low on the ground. Yep. Give me here. One. Yep. Shoot. And get my shot again. So you saw my follow through again. Again, I was plant footing right exactly where I wanted to go. And again, the critical thing was making sure I had the mid-height hold on my stick, okay? So again, once I got my opportunity to get into the clear, I got my shot on and made sure I focused with technique to the goal. Okay, so we've been having a lot of fun learning lacrosse, especially at the young age. It's gonna be, like we talked about, very, very important, stick holding. Again, to recap, make sure you're holding it above a little bit more, right about where your head is, okay? Even though it's a small stick for me, I still want to make sure I can maintain this, and I can maintain this stick. It doesn't matter how big for me. It matters with me putting the proper technique on the stick. Not here because it'll fall out, not too much straight up here because it'll fall out. Now, when you get a little bit older, we'll give you a little bit more thing to be able to understand how to kind of keep the ball in a little bit more, kind of cradle a little bit more to keep it a little bit more intact and show you how that'll help a value. But right now, while you're younger, we want you just to get used to the game. Now, it's going to be really, really important, which we didn't touch on. I like to bring it at the very end. Okay, safety. Safety is going to be key. Making sure you have proper shoes. I've got a turf shoe on right here. I don't know if you can see or not, but I have like little turf, little knobs on the bottom of my foot. Okay, and on the bottom of that, okay, you can see it gives me good traction to move up and down the field. You can use cleats. I don't recommend you just come out and basically like a light tennis shoe, something that would kind of roll a little bit more, or like any kind of thing like a dress shoe or something we call like a desert boot or like a moccasin or anything like that, okay? Make sure proper equipment. You don't have to worry about a helmet at this age. You don't have to worry about the padding at this age, but we just want to make sure that you have the proper things that can help you move around. Now, you're more than welcome though to wear a little bit of padding if you feel like that's going to help you, okay? And you feel like you may be getting hit, you know, with a stick or so, just for precaution, that's okay. But just make sure above all that you're here having lots of fun, ready to learn, and also last but not least, because right now we're in a different critical time, make sure we're practicing safety. Always clean our hands after we're done, and always making sure that we're not coming too close to our other teammates. Have fun.